Let me ask you something simple. When did you last struggle to open a jar or feel your legs give a little on the stairs? Most people blame it on a bad day or just getting older. But what if I told you what's happening inside your body right now might have nothing to do with age at all? There's a silent condition affecting over 30 million Americans over the age of 50. It has no dramatic symptoms at first, no sudden pain, no red flags your doctor checks for during a standard physical. It's called sarcopenia, and it means your body is quietly losing muscle year after year without you even knowing it. And here's what makes it truly dangerous. By the time most people notice the signs, they've already lost a significant portion of their strength, sometimes 20 to 40% of their peak muscle mass. Today, we're talking about what this condition actually is, why it starts earlier than you think, what the warning signs are that most people completely miss, and most importantly, what you can do starting this week to slow it down, stop it, and even reverse it. So if you're over 50, or if you love someone who is, stay right here. This information could change everything. Let's start with the basics. Sarcopenia, from the Greek words for poverty of flesh, is the gradual loss of muscle mass, strength, and function that happens as we age. Here's the shocking part. It begins as early as your 30s. After age 30, you can lose up to 5% of your muscle mass every decade if you're not actively working against it. By the time you hit 50, that process accelerates. And by 70, the effects can be severe. Now, you might be wondering, why haven't I heard more about this? That's a fair question. And honestly, it's one of the biggest problems in modern healthcare. The truth is, there's no standard screening test for muscle loss at your annual checkup. Doctors measure your blood pressure, your cholesterol, your blood sugar. They might weigh you, but almost no routine physical actually measures how much functional muscle you have. Think about that for a moment. You could walk into your doctor's office feeling like something is off. Your grip feels weaker. Your balance isn't what it used to be. You get tired climbing stairs and your labs come back perfectly normal. And your doctor tells you you're doing great for your age. That phrase, "for your age," is one of the most dangerous things a doctor can say, because it normalizes decline. It makes you think weakness is inevitable. It is not. Sarcopenia is recognized by the World Health Organization. It has its own diagnostic code. It is a medical condition, not just getting older. And the fact that most people go years without being told they have it, that's a crisis hiding in plain sight. Here's where this gets personal. I want you to think about the last few months of your life and ask yourself honestly, have you noticed any of these things? Number one, your grip has gotten weaker. This is one of the earliest signs. Grip strength is directly correlated with overall muscle health. Scientists actually use something called a hand dynamometer to measure grip strength, and studies show it's one of the single best predictors of healthy aging. If you've noticed that opening jars is harder, or that you switch hands more often when carrying bags, pay attention to that. Number two, you're getting up from chairs differently. Think about how you stand up from a low couch or chair. Do you use your arms to push yourself up? Do you rock forward a few times before standing? This is your body compensating for lost leg muscle, particularly the quadriceps, which are the muscles that power you upward. Number three, you're moving slower without realizing it. Research shows that walking speed, yes, how fast you walk, is a reliable marker of muscle function and overall health in older adults. If people are passing you on the sidewalk when they didn't used to, that matters. Number four, you feel exhausted doing things that used to be easy. Carrying groceries in from the car, mowing the lawn, walking around a shopping center. If these feel dramatically harder than they did 5 years ago and it's not a heart or lung issue, your muscles may be the problem. Number five, you've had a fall or feel unsteady on your feet. Falls are one of the most catastrophic consequences of untreated sarcopenia. Every year, 1 in 4 Americans over 65 suffers a fall, and the leading underlying cause, muscle weakness and loss of coordination. A fall that results in a hip fracture can be life-altering, and for many older adults, it is. If you recognized even 2 or 3 of those signs, I want you to keep watching, because the next section is going to explain exactly why this is happening inside your body. So what's actually happening inside your body? When you're young, your body maintains a balance. Muscle is broken down and rebuilt constantly. This process is called muscle protein turnover, and in your youth, rebuild keeps pace with breakdown. But starting around your 40s and 50s, that balance shifts. Your body becomes less efficient at building new muscle protein. Several things drive this. Hormonal changes play a major role. Testosterone drops in men, often dramatically, Estrogen levels fall in women after menopause. Both of these hormones play a crucial role in preserving muscle tissue. When they decline, the body's ability to repair and grow muscle declines with them. Anabolic resistance is another key factor, and this term is rarely explained to patients. It means your muscles become less responsive to the signals that normally trigger growth. Even when you eat protein or exercise, your body doesn't respond as powerfully as it once did. You have to work harder to get the same results. Inflammation also increases with age. Chronic low-level inflammation, sometimes called inflammaging, actively breaks down muscle tissue over time. Poor sleep, high stress, poor diet, and sedentary behavior all fuel this inflammation. Nerve signal loss is less talked about but equally important. As we age, the nerves that connect our brains to our muscles begin to deteriorate. Fewer nerve signals means fewer muscle fibers being recruited, which means less strength and coordination. And then there's the inactivity spiral. Here's how it works. You lose a little muscle, so you feel a little weaker. Because you feel weaker, you're less confident moving, so you move less. And because you move less, you lose more muscle, faster. It becomes a self-reinforcing cycle that can be genuinely hard to break without intervention. Understanding this isn't meant to scare you, it's meant to empower you. Because every single one of these processes can be slowed and some can be reversed with the right approach. This is the section that matters most, because awareness without action is just worry. So let's talk about real practical steps. Step 1. Resistance training. The non-negotiable. There is no supplement, no pill, no superfood that does what resistance training does for muscle preservation. Not even close. You do not need a gym membership. You do not need to be athletic. Studies show that even simple bodyweight exercises, squats, wall push-ups, step-ups, seated leg presses performed 2 to 3 times per week can meaningfully preserve and even rebuild muscle mass in adults over 50. Start where you are. If you can only do 5 squats while holding a chair, do 5. Next week, try 6. Progress is the point, not perfection. If you have access to resistance bands or light weights, use them. The goal is to challenge your muscles enough that they have a reason to stay strong. Step 2. Eat more protein, probably a lot more than you think because of anabolic resistance. Older adults need significantly more protein than younger people to get the same muscle-building signal. Most health authorities now recommend 1.2 to 1.6 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight for adults over 50, substantially more than the old general recommendation. Spread your protein across meals. Your body can only process so much at once. Aim for 25 to 40 grams of protein at each main meal. Best sources: eggs, Greek yogurt, lean chicken, fish, especially salmon, legumes, cottage cheese, and lean beef. If you struggle to hit your targets through food alone, a simple whey or plant-based protein supplement can fill the gap. Step 3. Address your vitamin D and creatine levels. Vitamin D deficiency is extraordinarily common in adults over 50, and it directly affects muscle function. Ask your doctor to test your levels. Many people find supplementing with 2,000 to 4,000 IU daily makes a meaningful difference in energy and strength. Creatine monohydrate, one of the most well-studied supplements in existence, has been shown in multiple clinical trials to help older adults maintain and build muscle, especially when combined with resistance training. It is safe, inexpensive, and widely available. Step 4. Move more throughout the day. Structured exercise is important, but so is general daily movement. Long periods of sitting are actively harmful to muscle. Standing up and taking a short walk every hour, using stairs when you can, gardening, housework, all of it counts. Research consistently shows that older adults who maintain high levels of daily movement, even without formal exercise, have significantly better muscle health than those who are sedentary. Step 5. Prioritize sleep. Muscle repair happens during sleep. Growth hormone, crucial for muscle maintenance, is released primarily during deep sleep. If you're getting less than 7 hours, or if your sleep quality is poor, your muscles are paying the price. Addressing sleep is not optional, it's foundational. I want to take a step back and talk about why this matters beyond just gym numbers or how many stairs you can climb. Muscle is your metabolic engine. It burns calories at rest, keeping weight in check. It regulates blood sugar. Low muscle mass is directly associated with higher risk of type 2 diabetes. It supports your bones, reducing fracture risk. It powers your immune system, it keeps your heart healthy, and research increasingly shows that strong, well-preserved muscle is one of the most reliable predictors of a long, independent life. We are living in an era where the average American can expect to live into their late 70s or 80s, but quality of life in those years varies enormously. There are people in their 80s who are hiking, traveling, playing with grandchildren, and living fully, and there are others who by 70 are dependent on help for daily activities. The difference in many cases comes down to choices made in your 50s and 60s. This is your window, not because it closes forever. The research is clear that even adults in their 80s and 90s can make meaningful strength gains. But because every year you wait is another year of preventable loss, you are not powerless here. You never were. Let me leave you with this. The fact that you watched this video today tells me something important about you. You're paying attention, you're taking your health seriously, and that already puts you ahead of most people. Sarcopenia is real, it is common, and it is largely preventable. The steps we talked about today, resistance training, adequate protein, smart supplementation, daily movement, good sleep, these are not complicated. They don't require a big budget or a personal trainer or a perfect lifestyle. They require a decision, and then another one, and then another one. Start today. Even if it's just a 10-minute walk and a protein-rich breakfast, start. If this video helped you, please hit that subscribe button, because we publish new health education content every week designed specifically for people who want to age powerfully, not passively. And share this with someone you love, a parent, a spouse, a friend, because the earlier someone understands what's happening with their muscles, the better their chances of doing something about it. Take care of yourself. You deserve a strong, capable, independent life for as many years as possible. I'll see you in the next one.